Hey, one day I'll tell you about this season. This season of unemployment, this season of job hunting, interviews. But before then, allow me to introduce you to the world of knitting. I have done a video before learning how to knit, and I knitted for about 24 hours and I managed to do about 2 scarves. I'm not even sure if the project was a hit or a miss, but today I want to give knitting another try. If there's one thing that crochet and knitting has taught me, it is the importance of having the presence of mind to know exactly what you want to achieve with a project. You can't simply say you want to knit and then look for the easiest pattern, then you just make a panel and make a scarf. Because, for example, I'm not a big fan of scarves in my usual wardrobe. So anytime I started a knitting project and it was a scarf, I'd find myself being mesmerized by the pattern of the garter stitch, and I'll use, say, the pink or like a bright colored yarn. Then when I reach almost this size of the project, I realize I'm making what? Am I making a pink scarf to wear it with what wardrobe? And seeing how it doesn't fit, I unravel. Seeing how it doesn't fit, I unravel. So yesterday I made a decision to use a black yarn, and I have started the project, and I found myself unraveling it, frogging it so very many times, about 3 or 4 times, because either the starting wasn't amazing or it will reach a certain point and wonder, am I making a scarf again? And if I'm making a scarf, how thin or thick is the project? And I'll unravel again. And do I want to add again scarves that are not part of my wardrobe? So in my head, when I carried this black yarn, I thought I'm going to use it because black is a color that can easily fit in any wardrobe, so that if scarf is not part of my wardrobe, then I could start making it my wardrobe, because now it will be there. Again, I thought if I make a project that is nice, I could gift it to someone, and because it's black, it's a staple, someone can easily incorporate it in their wardrobe. So I was working on that. I promise you, I frogged that project about 10 times. As I was working on that, I realized how much I needed to work on a project that gives me excitement, because there's something that my mom told me about knitting that has always stuck with me. My mom literally said, no, me, I don't want anything to do with knitting because it takes forever to complete a project. So now anytime I find myself knitting, I see how it can be cumbersome. And I know anyone who is not a fiber artist, you don't understand, because in your opinion, all the fiber arts are time consuming and the revenues are not as giving. I know. But then for people who do crochet, we understand that yes, it can be time consuming, but there's an excitement to it, because you can do so many patterns, so many projects with crochet. But again, maybe I'm speaking from a point of ignorance, in that I've only ever completed 3 projects fully. My first project was a paid order. Someone needed to make a small project to display the kind of manicure work that they do to their clients, so that it was literally for photo shoots. And then now the 2-time project that is on my YouTube channel, I'll try linking it on this video, much as I haven't learned so much about linking videos to continuing videos, but I'll try. It's an opportunity to learn. So today when I woke up, I told myself, right now I'm in a season. I have 2 interviews. I'm preparing for 2 interviews. Both are finance officer positions, and it's interesting how when you look at the roles and responsibility of one finance officer, almost like you're going to be an assistant to the finance manager, wash his cups, wipe his shoes. And then this other one looks like people in the accounts payable or the accounts receivable departments are going to report to you. So they both have the same titles, but the roles and responsibilities and the institution roles and responsibilities are very different. I would say the institution are in the same level, same multinational level. So let us see how that one goes. I'm only mentioning that in this episode because you will see a change of venue, you see a change of attire, and it's been so long since I shot any video on my YouTube channel, so I decided let me just start, because if I wait for the perfect moment, if I wait for the perfect opportunity, I feel like one area of my life is going to cost the other area of my life. So this is me just trying to balance, but this is me trying to shoot two birds with one stone. Yes, I know I can miss either, but you know, what is life without giving yourself an opportunity? So yes, that is where we are. Like I mentioned, when I woke up today in the morning, I really didn't feel inspired to make another scarf. Even if it is a black staple, I really am not inspired to just make something, then maybe gift someone, maybe put it. No, I didn't want to. Like, I feel like this project is demanding so much of me, or I am demanding so much of myself in this project, in that I don't want it to be an aimless project. And if you've been in this channel for a minute, you'll know that I really hate, even in the crocheting projects, I really hate doing projects just for the sake of project, because these yarns are expensive, and I think art is beautiful. So you can't be making things for the sake of putting it under your bed. So from that, I decided to make something, and if it all goes well, it is something beautiful. Hear me out. On my gallery, I wish I could have shown you. On my gallery, when I made the decision that I will learn knitting, there is someone I had in mind. This person there's a dress she has made that is very, very beautiful, you know. So I went to her page and I looked, and every time I look at her page, I always think this person should have done a tutorial for this, but maybe that's not her, where she's at. Her mind space is not in that. Maybe I should have informed her. Anyway, so as I got all this to say, I got inspiration from her page. There are a number of knitwears that she's done, and ultimately I would love to make that dress. The problem for me about this dress is that it's a strapless dress. Wearing a dress for me, especially a sweater or a yarn dress, is already non-existent in my life. And the only way I found myself inspired to even make a dress is when I made a dress that was hella sexy. If you look at my videos for the month of April, you are going to see the dress I made, the red dress. I feel like I'll even insert a photo here so that it can have a moment of its glory, you know, because it is such a stunning dress. So that is where my mind is at. Like, if I'm going to make a dress, it hella be worth it, so that it's a statement piece. It might not be something that I'll be wearing every day, but it will be a statement piece. So that said, I realized that dress has things. For example, it is a strapless dress. I'm not a big fan of strapless dress. It also has different designs that, for a person who has only stitched 3 projects and it is the same stitch, maybe it's ambitious. Now this is me getting into class to learn stitches, to learn projects, to learn how the time it takes to learn the yarn consumption, you know, all these things, so that I can garner the resources and the muscles and the strength and the expertise to make that project. So when I looked through her gallery, I realized that there are so many inspiration outfits that I saved that I wanted to try. And today, I decided that I'm going to make a kimono. Yes, I know a kimono is such a huge project that it is. Are you serious? But hear me out, it's the only project that in my mind makes sense because it only requires 3 panels: the back panel, the one shoulder panel, the other shoulder panel. And I feel like by the time I'm done with this project, one, I'll have an outfit that I can wear, and if it's black, then it means that now it's a staple. It's not just something that I will use to, I don't know, give someone, or I will use as a waste of my time. 2, I will learn the garter stitch I will have perfected that. And 3, the completion of this project, a kimono, a black kimono, means I'll have learned something. I'll have learned about casting off the stitches. Like right now, I have learned 2 ways to cast on the stitches. I will learn how to attach the projects together. I don't know if people use a certain knit stitch to attach panels, or do you use a darning needle? So I feel like I will have learned something. Then having an outfit that I have learned, I can grow my expertise. From there I can pick up another project as we grow. So taking advantage of that opportunity, this is where we are at. This has taken me about 10 or 15 minutes because now I think I am more aligned in my thought of what I want to do. With this lighting you can't tell, but as I continue making progress, I will show you. This is a simple garter stitch. It is not anything fancy. Yeah, so I'll show you once we have progress. If you are a person who is interested in anything creative, you know, knitting, crochet, drawing, singing, traveling, please join me. Please join me, because this channel is all about exploring the creative part of my brain. Creativity, art really excites me, and I would love for you to join my YouTube family. Kindly consider to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend to do what? To tell a friend. Thank you. I know it doesn't look like much has happened, but a lot has happened. This is the progress that we currently have. Yeah. I've also done some packing and done laundry. I also went to the shop. I wanted to buy a little, let me give you a haul. I bought these hair nets. Are they called hair nets? Yeah, I bought these hair nets for my mom. When it comes, I bought, this is what happened. I bought my mom hair nets, one, and this for sleeping. Then the next thing I know, she goes to the market with it. And I understand, because it's a good cover. So now I decided, let me buy her more so that she has options. So this, I bought a good old black so that she has something to exchange. And this one, I feel like the fit is a little bit small, so maybe this will stick in the house where she'll sleep with it. Then this was the main reason why I went to even buy the hairnets in the first place. I like the way the lighting is not giving, but then it's a nice shade of pink, and it's softer, and so this is the reason why I bought this one. And unlike the other one where I bought it in the streets, and I think in the streets it's either sold at 200 shillings, could be wrong, maybe 300. These ones I got for 180, and when you look at the texture you see why it's 180. But considering it's not the primary hairnet for her, I'm okay. And then this is a blue one. I feel like this one has more, but again, different hairstyles, different needs. Knowing my mom, I know 1 or 2 of these will never see the light of day until 100 years later, but I'll see if I can encourage her to be using things that she already has. There's a principle that says give and it shall come back to you, and I know most of the people think about giving in terms of giving to the poor. A lot of people don't think about giving in terms of the time you give to, in terms of time, and in terms of, you know, for example, if you my thing is, for example, if you give yourself the gift of wearing whatever gifts that you've been given. For example, if you wear these ones more and more, you open doors to even get more. So that is my thing. When you give, it comes back to you. So let me see if she's going to buy to that. I also bought this. These are beautiful sunnies. To be honest, I'm not a big fan of sunglasses, but I read somewhere a while back that part of the care that you need to give to yourself, sunglasses is important to protect your eyes. And I remember all my life I thought sunglasses is just fashion and for wannabes and yada yada. But when I read that they're important for your health, especially the eyes, and especially days like last year where I know the importance of eyes, and I have seen firsthand how it was mandatory for my relative to wear glasses to protect her eyes from the medications, because she had just undergone surgery, and the lighting, the dust. Today she wears the specs. So when I see the height of importance that it is not just a luxury, then I mean it is health and fashion. I mean, apart from that, I thought it was a good idea to have sunglasses so that I can, I always imagine when I meet my former love interest, not the recent one, the first love interest. I don't want to look like my problems. I want to look like I've got something going on for myself. Eyesight. Yeah, so this is how they look. I don't know. When I think about sunglasses, sometimes I think about its structure, and sometimes I think about its usage in covering the eyes. I don't have like an expertise in choosing the designs. This one, I love them because when you look at them in good lighting, there's sort of a transition. Up here it's darker, down here it's lighter, and like most of my sunglasses, those that I've had before, where this one is black and all, this is different. And what's really sold me, because there were 3 that I was torn over. This one was sold because you can see it doesn't expand so much, so its fit here is amazing. So yeah, that's that. I also got this. A former love interest, the recent one now, used to wear capes. Once in a while I wear capes. Have I owned? Yes, I've owned capes thanks to the companies that I've worked for, and sometimes thank you to the uncles and the siblings who have capes and they give me. And I know for sure that I look good in capes, but I've never really gotten out of my way to get a cape. But today I decided I'm going through a thing, and I was making a prayer. I was telling God that I want these 2 items to mean something to me. I want it to be a memo, not of the love interest, but that is like reason number 3. I want them to be a memento of some sort, to a prayer I'm telling God. So now this one, I wanted a contemporary black one that is nice quality. This one that can stand by itself, etc. When I went to that person, my heart, he's got beautiful renditions. So I was almost tempted to buy more than one, but then I remember discipline. These days I have grown my discipline. I remembered that if I buy more than one, then I'm stressing my future self, because every time she has to make a decision between, will I wear this one or this one? That's the first thing. The second thing, there were so many designs. There's one that was a Nike, another one that was a Dior, another one that was Apollo, and I almost got those ones. But then I told myself, Lynette, relax your diabs. This is your first cape, so start small. Start with a contemporary, good old basic black. No, so this one can go with any outfit. Then from there I can build my collection. So yeah, that is my small haul. So let us get this show rolling. Let me know, as I work on this one, what are you currently working on? Or where are you in life? What are you doing? Are you doing house chores? Are you traveling? Are you about to travel? Are you knitting and crocheting a project? Where art thou? Adam, where art thou? Kindly engage with me in the comment section. Consider to like, share, comment, and subscribe, as I had mentioned before. I'll make a habit of not repeating that. But thank you for keeping up with me so far.
Remember, the next generation builds from where you stopped. So don't get complacent, don't get comfortable. Continue to pursue greatness with everything that you've got. It's great that you've done great things. It's great that you've achieved a lot. It's great that you've broken some generational curses. It's great that you are the first in the family to open a business. But don't stop there. Continue to push the boundaries. Go further. Take up space. Continue to knock on doors. Proceed in making more money. Continue to do the unthinkable. Shatter more glass ceilings. Continue to break barriers. Do not allow the success that you've tasted to make you feel complacent and comfortable.